Tash, you started obviously with the MVP, Bob, but to ask you about Emma first, something Coach has been talking about is how last year's experience has been fueling your guys. Emma wasn't here last year, but she's kind of playing like she's in that mentality. How do you think she's able to do that? She was so aggressive tonight.
I'm proud of Emma because if you would have looked at Emma 2 years ago in the Minnesota series, we were yelling at her to shoot the ball and yelling at her to be aggressive. She's done a tremendous job in her overseas obligations, and I think that's really added to her confidence as a player. But, Emma is the missing piece for us. From last year to this year's team, she's the difference maker and making us a championship team. She's putting us on her back, the same as, Toya is on the defensive end, taking some pressure off of Elena. But Emma is an all-star in her own. So I'm extremely proud of the player that she's grown into.
I'll pay her after.
Tash, you 11 assists. I mean, another double-double, 18 points. You said that, I think it was Tuesday, that you were so much more mentally prepared for the playoffs this year than you were last year. What's the big difference for you?
I just think growing up, in my 5th year, spent a lot of time with our sports psych, Sue Singer. He's been huge for me, and not only in my career, but it just in my life and kind of putting my 10 toes down. But I prepared for this. I've worked for this. I've worked to be in the position to kind of be the poise of this team, push the tempo, and be the perimeter defender. So just understanding my role, trying to do it to the best of my ability. But, the players that surround me make my job a lot easier, too.
Emma? So throughout the year, you were people were telling you to shoot like Natasha was saying. Now you're shooting. How does it feel to be burying these buckets and, really making your teammates look good?
It's easier to take my shot when it goes in. I'm just...
Tell them, bro.
I know that if you kind of have the hot hand, just keep shooting. That's what I did. Like, the 11 assists was probably all to me. So they left me open. I'm just going to take it now. Yeah.
Over here. Tasha likes to hype up the rest of the team, so I'm going to ask you guys about Tasha. Can you talk a little bit about her leadership on the court?
She just said...
What you got to say about me, girl?
She just said that she was grown up or something. She's just so much fun. In the locker room, on the court, the person you hear most is Tash. And like she said, that's the poise of our team and what keeps us going. All the energy that she has and that we have, all from this one.
Thanks, Emma.
Natasha, can you describe the impact that Elena has, even on a night when she doesn't shoot it well? Does the defense still go to her? Does she do things that other than score?
Absolutely. Elena Deladon is the MVP because she affects every facet of a box score. So even nights that I wouldn't say that she's off. I just would say that she missed some shots. But even on those nights, she's still a player that you have to commit to, that you have to respect. You have to respect her shot. You have to respect the player that she is, especially on the offensive end. But Elena does much more than just score the basket. I mean, she came up with some huge blocks at the end of the game, some big rebounds, made some assists, and gave herself up on the offensive end too, knowing that she was just a little bit off. And to have an MVP that's unselfish in that way, that makes our team.
Toya, you had 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks, and defended Liz Cambage. So, sorry, hiding over here. You had a great performance on the offensive end, defending Liz on the defensive end as well. How are you able to have such a big impact on the stats sheet? We all know that you contribute a lot that may not always show up quite this big, but tonight you really showed it out.
I just take what the defense gives me. It's I keep telling everybody, my job is probably the easiest on the team because when they're doubling Elena or Emma, my job is basically to hit wide open jumpers or layups. So I'm pretty sure I can do those 2 things. So I just take what the defense gives me. Defensively, Cambage is a talent. She's a big girl, so I just do what I can. To just, try to make it difficult for her. I mean, I know she's going to hit some buckets here and there, but you know, I just try to dish it out as much as I take it, so.
Ladies, right here in the middle. I think I may have asked Natasha this question earlier, but Emma and LaToya, if you can answer. You talked about what the team has used the word fun, literally the whole season. Now, obviously, professional sports sometimes can't be. What has made playing on this team, besides winning, fun? LaToya or Emma?
The team.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have great characters in this team, personalities, staff. You know, everybody's on the same page, and we just joke around, and we care for each other. That's it.
Yeah, this is probably, you know, one of the unique teams I think I've played for in all my WNBA career. You usually don't see, you know, a team where all 12, 13 of us like get along on and off the court and support each other in our endeavors on and off the court. And, you know, even if, you know, it's just, I don't know, we just get along, you know, like there's none of that petty drama or jealousy that you can sometimes get. Like we genuinely support each other and want the best for each other, because we know at the end of the day, when one person wins a ring, we're all gonna get a ring. So it's easy to play when everybody has that mindset.
One more question. Emma, I know you said that it's easier to shoot when your shot's going in. For you personally, are you somebody who knows, do you need to get in the rhythm of the game to know you're feeling it, or do you come to the gym knowing you feel good? And to follow up on that, with the night you had on Tuesday, were you surprised at how many open looks you had tonight?
I'm just, you know, I see it in the game how it is. I just pretty much do everything the same in practice. I just shoot, practice, try to get better. And then I see how it goes in the game. Just simple.
Were you surprised with how many open looks you had tonight? Were you surprised with how many open looks you had tonight?
No. No, just basketball.
And some of them are not open. Some of them are actually just making them open people. So they're not just wide open.
Yeah.
That's me.
And me.
Right? That's us. That's our job.
That's the two of us.
Thank you guys.